Hey guys, today I want to show you how to render your After Effects projects in the background by using Render Free GUI. At first, it is a totally free to use software product, maybe not perfect at all, but it really does its job. But let's get us started. I created a demo project to show you how this piece of software works. The only preparation thing we have to do is to add render jobs to the job list inside of After Effects and to select your desired options for render settings, the output module and of course the output file path. Then save your After Effects project. Please make sure that the file path to the After Effects project file doesn't have too many spaces and no special characters. Render Free GUI itself would be able to handle this, but the After Effects command line based AE render can't. The next thing is to close After Effects if you want to clear the AE disk cache before start rendering your projects. It is recommended to clear the cache before rendering to prevent wrong rendered images in your output files. That is one of the features of Render Free, but only accessible if all Adobe processes aren't working at that time. Now we start the Render Free GUI. It is an application with a clear surface. Here in short introduction. In the most upper part of the tool there are two setting options. The broom is for clearing the AE disk cache before rendering and the other one for ignore missing files. Both options are checked by default, which is shown by violet image color, otherwise the option is not active. On the right, next to them, there is an AE icon with a little flag. The here shown After Effects version, in my case CC 2014, is the selected standard After Effects version all my projects will be rendered with. And the balloon AE icon shows which language is currently selected for this After Effects version. Here you easily can change the render version and the language for the selected After Effects version. But note, all those changes are effective immediately. For example, I need to change the language of my CC 2015.3 to Spanish because I've got a CC 2015.3 project from a Spanish friend who used expressions which are referenced to effects with Spanish variables. All I have to do is to select CC 2015.3 in the left drop-down menu first and to change the language on the second one to Espanol. If I now start After Effects CC 2015.3, you'll see everything is now in Spanish. I close CC 2015.3 and change my language back to English and set standard version back to CC, which in my case is in German. But please note, if you don't use English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian or French as standard After Effects app language, don't use the language change feature, because there's no way to set it back to the original language within Render Free. All Asian and Cyrillic typesets are not supported at this time, so if you accidentally set another language, please use the link in the description below to reset the language to the original language manually. So, third step. Adding files. Adding files is the next thing I want to show you. And in the same time, I'll present you another special feature of Render Free GUI. The magic word is recently used files. This is one of my favorites because I had programmed this tool and I'm wondering about other software developers who didn't include a function to add recently used files. But that's an amazing thing. I don't need to step through all the folders to find my file I'd recently worked on. No, I just press the Add Recent button, a list pops up and I select the first one in the list because it's the most recent used project file, click the Add button and that's it. Just if I have to add an older or other project, for example from an USB stick or an external hard disk drive, I can use the Browse button and select my projects via the well-known file browser dialog. But in my case I select the demo project via the recent list and add it to the Render Free GUI job list. The project I recently added has been created with After Effects CC 2015.3, but without any kind of expression codes, so I can ignore the language settings in the upper right of the render-free interface. But my standard render version is CC, as you can see in the highlighted area. You know, After Effects projects are not downwards compatible. And of course, you can manually change the version of a selected list item by clicking the pencil button, or better, you can leave it, because it's not really necessary. Render GUI will loop through all the installed After Effects versions automatically, starting with your selected version, which is shown in the list next to the project's file name. Only if the needed version of After Effects is higher than your installed versions, the message "No suitable render version found" is shown. But just for demonstration, I won't change the render version for this job. The render-free GUI job list is filled with your projects and is now ready for rendering. By pressing the green play button, Render Free automatically starts the render processes and shows you the current status for each job and for the whole job list. And finally, the following sound is played if every job has been executed. And that's it. I would be proud if you leave a comment or a thumbs up. For every kind of wishes, improvements or bug reports, please contact me via email. The mail address is manomedia@gmx.de. Thanks for watching.